Hi all, Lomas here from Verbal Warning. Pleased to be able to come down and play a few tunes for you this evening for Punk for the Homeless. I'm going to play you one or two Verbal Warning tunes, one or two other bits and bobs, some covers, and a very, very special treat for you towards the end. So don't go away, don't miss that one, very special treat. Obviously, with the current government guidelines, Verbal Warning can't get to go to play for you tonight, so you're just stuck with me on my own in the front room. But hey, at least you get the eye candy of the band, you get the pretty one, so can't be bad, can it? Only drawback from my point of view, though, of course, is that Paul, the bass player, who I normally blame for any missed chords, I haven't got him here tonight, so any bum chords on here, we'll have to pretend he's there, you know, we normally blame him. I'm going to play for you, first of all, a song from the No Half Measures album, track 1, side 1. This one's called Alphabet City, about a very dangerous area of New York City's Lower East Side back in the 70s, which has 4 long avenues, and people only went down there for drugs or prostitutes. Murder was rife, and very dangerous place to go, but it spawned so much good music over those years through the 70s and into the 80s. So this one's called Alphabet City. It's 4 avenues down there, 4 long avenues, Avenue A, B, C and D. I was taken on a tour around there by a friend who said that back in the 70s, if you went down Avenue A, you were adventurous, Avenue B, bold, Avenue C, courageous, and Avenue D. So we got as far as Avenue C. It's still a little bit dodgy down there. But anyway, this one's Alphabet City for you. Alphabet City, I'm going back there to get my fix. Alphabet City, I'm going back to 1976. Insanity on every corner, down every avenue you head. Bodies lying on the pavement, are they drunk or drugged or are they dead? Alphabet City, I'm going back there to get my fix. Alphabet City, I'm going back to 1976. Avenue A, then you're adventurous. Avenue B, you're full no dread. Avenue C, you're courageous. Avenue D, you could end up dead. Alphabet City, I'm going back there to get my fix. Alphabet City, I'm going back to 1976. Avenue A, Avenue B, Avenue C, Avenue D, Avenue A, Avenue B, Avenue C, Avenue D. Alphabet City, I'm going back there to get my fix. Alphabet City, I'm going back to 1976. Tompkins Square Park riots filled with days to come. The New York Dolls stand on the corner, 8 Creek's heroin, they're having fun. Alphabet City, I'm going back there to get my fix. Alphabet City, I'm going back to 1976. Tucked away behind the Bowery, Lower East Side melting pot. Music's bubbling, ideas forming, ready to give it their best shot. Alphabet City, I'm going back there to get my fix. Alphabet City, I'm going back to 1976. Alphabet City. Right, I'm going to play you a Frank Turner cover now. This is a song I'd not heard for quite some time until last week, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to chuck this one in because it's got so much meaning for people of a certain age, certain circuit, musicians, bands, singers who go around playing because they love it. They're never going to make the big time anymore. I've probably played the biggest stages I'm ever going to play in my life. But this song sums up why we all do it. It's called The Ballad of Me and My Friends. Right, Frank Turner. Everybody's got themselves a plan. Everybody thinks they'll be the man, including the girls, the musicians who lack the friends to form a band, the singers, songwriters. The rest of us are DJs or official club photographers. Tonight I'm playing another Nambuka show. So I'm going through my people texting everyone I know, and quite a few I don't, whose numbers found their way into my phone. But they might come along anyway, you never really know. None of this is going anywhere, 'cause pretty soon we'll all be old, and no one left alive will really care about our glory days when we sold our souls. If you're all about the destination, then take a fucking flight. 'Cause we're going nowhere slowly, but we're seeing all the sights, and we're definitely going to hell. But we'll have all the best stories to tell. We're definitely going to hell, but we'll have all the best stories to tell. Wrong chord near the end. That's your fault, Paul. Wake up. Get it right. Okay, here's a song that I wrote during the lockdown. One of the lockdowns, the second lockdown, I think, possibly the third. And I've managed to get through the lockdown quite nicely because I'm tucked away here with my wife, Pam, and obviously companionship, and we're all good. But there's a lot of you out there who possibly have got through it on your own, and it's been a bit of a struggle, and you've been very, very tempted to try and find a member of the opposite sex or a member of the own sex, just somebody to be with. But it's been a very, very dangerous thing with COVID out there. So with apologies to Lou Reed and Coney Island Baby, this is a little ditty I wrote called COVID Baby. I've had enough of self-isolation, my arm is aching from masturbation. It's time for a woman in my life, a one-night stand, or maybe a wife. I've had enough of self-isolation, my arm is aching from masturbation. Time for a woman in my life, a one-night stand, or maybe a wife. Hey! Lonely, I need the human touch. I've never needed it quite this much. I've been alone in the house too long. It's breaking rules, I know it's wrong, but she could be my COVID baby. Loving her is taking a chance. She could be my once in a lifetime. Or could this be death by romance? Take her home and entertain her, but I could end up on a ventilator. I don't care about the rule of six. This virus has left me in a fix. I just want some action one-on-one, whatever tear she's just come from. Hey! I won't wear a mask or PPE. I need to feel you close to me. I just want to find a love that's true, but I don't want to smell in an ICU. She could be my COVID baby. Loving her is taking a chance. She could be my once in a lifetime. Or could this be death by romance? I want to take her home and entertain her, but I could end up on a ventilator. I skim my app, your face comes up, an instant feeling I'm in love. But I know it's being risky if we meet up and then get frisky. I want to take her home and entertain her, but I could end up on a ventilator. I want to take her home and entertain her, but I could end up on a ventilator. We go out for a meal, she's not feeling well. Says her food is tasteless and has no smell. Tells me a cough has been getting worse, and I don't want to ride home in a hearse. Hey! Fever worsens, the sweat I can see. I fear I'm living dangerously. But she kisses me hard and I feel elation. No way can I wait for the vaccination. She could be my COVID baby. Loving her is taking a chance. She could be my once in a lifetime. Or could this be death by romance? Yeah, she could be my COVID baby. Loving her is taking a chance. She could be my once in a lifetime. Or could this be death by romance? a whole man entertainer, but I could end up on a ventilator. Oh yeah. COVID baby. Right, I'm not sure if that will ever see the light of day on a Verbal Warning album. We'll have to wait and see. In the meantime, I'm going to play you a very, very old folk tune. This is a song by Leon Rosselson, which was revived by Sir William of Bragg, and here's my version anyway. This is called The World Turned Upside Down. 1649, to St George's Hill, a ragged band they called the Diggers came to show the people's will. They defied the landlords, they defied the laws. They were the dispossessed, reclaiming what was theirs. We come in peace, they said, to dig and sow. Come to work the lands in common and to make the waste ground grow. This earth divided, we will make whole, and it will be a common treasury for all. The sin of property we do disdain. No man has any right to buy and sell the earth for private gain. Through theft and murder they took the land. Now everywhere the walls spring up at their commands. They use the laws to chain us well. The clergy dazzle us with heaven and they damn us into hell. We will not worship the God they serve, the God of greed who feeds the rich while poor men starve. When we eat together, we need no swords. We will not bow down to the masters or pay rent unto the lords. We are free men, though we are poor. You diggers all stand up for glory, stand up now. Property, the orders came. They sent the hired men and troopers to wipe out the diggers' claim, tear down their cottages, destroy their corn. They were dispersed, but still the vision lingers on. You poor take courage, you rich take care. The world was made a common treasury for everyone to share. All things in common, all people one. We come in peace, the orders came to cut them down. We come in peace, the orders came to cut them down. We come in peace, the orders came to cut them down. World turned upside down. Right, we're going to stay on slightly somber tone for the next one. This is a track again from the latest Verbal Warning album, No Half Measures. And this one I wrote again, coming back from that trip to New York. And it's, I've been down and had a look at the site where the Twin Towers were. And remembering back to the day at work when people all rushed into the canteen to see what was happening. And it was the most appalling sight I've ever seen in my life. Looking at the images of the towers and seeing little black specks coming out the sky heading downwards towards the ground, and realizing these were real people, real workers. Maybe they knew each other, maybe they didn't, they were standing by the photocopier or whatever, and all of a sudden they just had to jump and plunge to the death. And it was an awful, awful thing that's been ingrained on my mind ever since. And I thought I'd try and get it out within a song. So this song is a much more faster, punky affair on the album, but this is just an acoustic ballady version of it. So it's quite dark. I will cheer you up again fairly soon, but this one is called Jumpers. Okay. smell of coffee, faxes whirring to the open sky, and the smell of burning from keyboards clicking to the sound of screaming. The day changed quickly and without warning. From out of nowhere, the aeroplanes came through office walls amid the flames. A surreal moment beyond any nightmare. No time left to stand and stare, because there's workers jumping from floor 95. The final rush of being alive, from keyboards clicking to the sound of screaming. The day changed quickly and without warning. Another drab day had laid ahead, bulging in trays, calls to midday, deadlines met and emails sent. Earn your money to pay your rent. Now just one choice, which way to die: to stay and fry, or a chance to fly, to leave this world on the ultimate high, to leap out into the smoky sky and join the workers jumping from floor 95. The final rush of being alive, from keyboards clicking to the sound of screaming. The day changed quickly and without warning. Holding hands, they jump together, calling strangers into forever. No chance to say goodbye to your loved ones. A one-way ticket to the great beyond. One must have gone through all their minds seconds before they hit the ground. Oh, it shows how quick your life can pass. So live each day as if your last. Workers jumping from floor 95. The final rush of being alive, from keyboards clicking to the sound of screaming. The day changed quickly. Jumpers. Thank you. Right. I'm going to try this one. In the last couple of weeks, lost quite a few people that were dear to me. And along with personal friends, a musical hero died a couple of weeks ago as well. The great Stephen Cush from the Men They Couldn't Hang, one of my favourite bands of all time. Totally shocked to see him go. Had some fantastic times watching them down the years. There was one night after a festival down in Brighton where he snatched his guitar off me at about 2 o'clock in the morning and played it until the birds were singing. Absolutely phenomenal character. And this one goes out to Stephen Cush. This is the Men They Couldn't Hang song. Let's see if I can get through this one. This is called The Ghosts of Cable Street. England 1936, the grip of the Sabbath day. In London town, the only sound is a whisper in an alleyway. Men put on their gloves and boots, have a smoke before they go. From the west there is a warning of a wind about to blow. Like Caesar marching to the east, marches Mosley with his men, dressed in the clothes of deepest black, like a gathering hurricane. This is the British Union with its flag of black and red, a flag that casts a shadow in Berlin and in Madrid. Listen to the sound of marching feet and the voices of the ghosts of Cable Street. Fists and stones and batons and the gun. With courage we shall beat those black shirts down. So mile on mile they come on down to a place called Cable Street. Another man awaiting their preparations are complete. Mosley comes so closely now, can you see his outstretched arm? A hand raised up that way never took the future in its palm. Listen to the sound of marching feet and the voices of the ghosts of Cable Street. Fists and stones and batons and the gun. With courage we shall beat those black shirts down. The battle broke, the fists and the batons fell. Through the barricades came the sound of a wounded yell. Jack Spot crept through with a chair leg made of lead, brought down a crushing blow on Mosley's head. We learn from history, generations have to fight, and those who crave for mastery must be faced down on sight. And if that means by words, by fist, by stones, or by the gun, remember those who stood up for their daughters and their sons. Listen to the sound of marching feet and the voices of the ghosts of Cable Street. Fists, stones, batons and the gun. With courage we shall beat those black shirts. Listen to the sound of marching feet and the voices of the ghosts of Cable Street. Fists, stones, batons and the gun. With courage we shall beat those black shirts down. No passaran. In fact, very quickly. He's looking down, hoping you'll clean up this dirty old town. Finish his battles before it turns rotten. Your granddad didn't vote for fascists. He shot them, yeah, he shot them, yeah, he shot them, yeah, he shot them down. Fired his gun till they hit the ground. So I'm hoping you've not forgotten your granddad didn't vote for fascists. He shot them down. A little burst of King Blues while I'm at it. Okay, I'm going to play you another song from the Verbal Warning album, and again it's one that well, it's got a more of a punkabilly feel on the album, but obviously I'm going to be playing it this way and it's going to sound rather different, a bit more ballady. And this one is, well, it's for everybody who hates their boss or hates their job. This is all about worker exploitation. And this one's called Someone's Slave. Radio heralds in another Monday morning. Sun shines through the unlined curtains bright. Last night's beer tastes stale upon your tongue. You're paying the price for another rock and roll night. Body's tired, bones all ache, your head throbs. Need to find a way out of your bed. Need to get to work to earn your living. Sick of feeling like the living dead, because you're someone's slave for the next 8 hours. You sell your soul, you do what you're told. You bite your tongue, collect your wages, but it's your self-respect that has been sold. The daytime clock goes by so very slowly. Nighttime hours, they race past. Time at work just seems to last forever. The weekend hours always speed by fast. You go to work in darkness, you come home, it's just the same. The daylight comes and goes while you're in there. Your life is slipping quickly away from you, and every working day is just a pain. We all need to work to earn our living, but they screw you for everything they can. Leave you an empty shell of who you could be. We love to burn their fucking building down. You're someone's slave for the next 8 hours. You sell your soul and you do what you're told. You bite your tongue, collect your wages, but it's your self-respect that has been sold. Yeah, you're someone's slave for the next 8 hours. You sell your soul and you do what you're told. You bite your tongue, collect your wages, but it's your self-respect that has been sold. But it's your self-respect that has been sold. But it's your self-respect that has been sold. Someone's slave. Right, thank you very, very much for listening to me. There's some great acts on today, particularly looking forward to seeing Red Ken and Cryogenics. Enjoy the rest of it. If you want a little bit more music before live music comes back, if you go onto YouTube, Verbal Warning, the movie is on there. Full 90 minutes, the history of the band, all 40 years documented on there. Lots of videos of the past making us all look a lot younger. Please get on there, and please get onto the Verbal Warning website, verbalwarninguk.com. Check out when the gigs are. They're starting to come in a little bit now. Right, I'm going to leave you with this very special treat. Obviously, we all want to raise as much money as we can this evening for Punk for the Homeless. But at the same time, let's not forget who else we could be collecting money for in a charity sort of sense. And one of them is Piers Morgan, unemployed at the moment, the poor man, out of a job in very, very difficult circumstances last week. I mean, if somebody comes up to you, I mean, I'm no fan of the royal family, as you know, but, you know, if somebody says they've got mental health problems and have had suicidal thoughts, for fuck's sake, surely it's only the human thing to do to actually listen to them. But Piers was a naughty boy and he dismissed it, and now he's out of work. So I think we should forget Punk for the Homeless tonight. Let's put all the money, forget orphanages, let's put all the money through to Piers Morgan and try to cheer the poor chap up. And to try and cheer everybody else up this week, I took a little bit of time out to do a sing-along version, Mamma Mia version if you like, of the Piers Morgan song, which is on the Verbal Warning album. So I'd like you all to get your best singing voices on now, get your beer in front of you, sit in front of the television screen or your phone, wherever you are, and sing along to this fantastic version of Piers Morgan, taken live at the Great British Alternative Festival. You can sing along all the way through. As I say, thanks a lot for listening to me tonight. We'll see you somewhere very, very soon once this COVID shit's out the way and Verbal Warning are back out there. Love to you all. Cheers.
And all round Mr. Nice Guy, the fantastic Mr. Piers Morgan.
The giant forehead prick.
We've been